Hello and welcome back to a new episode of the podcast. I'm Gwen, and we're here to create an awesome life. And I just love to share some updates with you on where I'm at in this new chapter of life, of becoming a mom, which is going to hopefully be a very awesome addition to my life. As of right now, I am 40 weeks and 3 days pregnant. So let's just say, according to my apps, the baby can come at literally any time right now. And it's really interesting, and why I wanted to kind of jump on here and share something about the concept of waiting, and how I realized that I had been waiting for that due date, knowing, of course, babies come when they want to come. But it was so funny. You kind of build up a certain date in your head, like May 19th. That'll be the day everything changes. And then May 20th happens, May 21st, May 22nd, May 23rd, and nothing changes. And it's actually been a long weekend here. And I was just sitting around scrolling on social media, not doing much. I wouldn't even call it resting. I would just call it idling. It's not, there's a difference between intentional rest and just kind of sitting there scrolling, accumulating that psychic pollution in your mind of just other people's lives. And it was just not working for me. And I was like, girl, you need a palate cleanser. And there is no greater palate cleanser to me than picking up Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now book. Man, I just picked up this book. If you have not read it, boy, do I recommend it. For $16.99, you can have the steps to spiritual enlightenment. I'm not there yet, but according to Eckhart, women actually are closer to enlightenment than anyone else. So great. But I want to share with you the good, challenging, and wild card of what's going on in my life right now. And this is kind of something fun I used to do with my sisters when we'd catch up on Zoom, sharing what's going good, what's challenging you, and what is the wild card. And the wild card today, I'm going to open up The Power of Now to a passage and really ask that it's a message for you and I to noodle on, to a message that we need the most right now. So in terms of what's going good, I would just say my appreciation is at a level 100 for free time. As you may know, if you've been listening to the podcast, pretty much the reason I am pregnant is I was laid off from my tech job. I've been running a business for many years, but had a full-time job as well. And I basically got laid off from that tech job making courses and quickly became pregnant afterwards. And I truly believe this was about creating the space to allow a new human being to pop in. I feel like a lot of women, we work so hard in our careers. And sure, you might want to have kids, it's on the back burner, but you don't have the space to allow a child to come in. So to me, getting laid off was a beautiful no, a blessing in disguise. And so here we are, 40 weeks later, your girl's barely breathing. Sorry about the inhales. But what's really good is just the appreciation of the free time, of being able to look at my calendar and decide what to do at this pretty much every day. Now, the challenging that comes with that is having that free time, having that essentially undisciplined time has been wreaking havoc on my ego. And what I mean by that is there's so much work I could be doing. There are so many, the to-do list is still long. It's like, oh, I could prep for taxes. I could do more work on this course. I could prepare for launching in the fall. I could update my website, all those things where there's so much that could be done. And whenever I'm just kind of sitting there watching Selling Sunset, my mind goes, why aren't you working? Or why aren't you cleaning out that cupboard? Or why aren't you making the baby's room or space so much more organized? It's just like, the mental capacity to do things that are truly productive and helpful seems to be slipping. So that's been a real challenge for me, to be honest with you, right now. And in terms of what else is challenging? Breathing, just just breathing, walking. I mean, wow, it is amazing what has happened to my body in the sense that I'm now, gained, I guess, 35, 40 pounds. Um, I just feel like I weigh 1,000 pounds. It's shocking to me that there's literally a tiny human in my uterus that's like living off me, feeding off me, that is alive because I've been keeping it alive for the last 9 months. It's like, I gotta say, the challenging is also just the cognitive dissonance of knowing that I'm going to be keeping a tiny human alive for 20 years. Whoa. This is why this leads me perfectly into the wild card, which is the power of now. Whenever I have those thoughts of like, what's going to happen in 18 years, or am I going to be okay? Am I going to have like postpartum depression? Am I going to be able to handle all the people that want to am I going to be able to respond to my friends and family over text? Am I going to just want to be sitting around? So many questions in my head of like, how is this going to go? The control freak within is strong. But that's why we have some tools I've been collecting over the years to really try and be in that more peaceful state. So the power of now, I'm going to just randomly flip this open to a page and ask that universal force, whatever's out there, to give us a sign for the highest good of all concerned. What do we got here? Ooh. Here we go. Okay, everybody. Here's a little message from Eckhart Tolle for all of us. The best indicator of your level of consciousness is how you deal with life's challenges when they come. Through those challenges, an already unconscious person tends to become more deeply unconscious, and a conscious person more intensely conscious. You can use a challenge to awaken you, or you can allow it to pull you into even deeper sleep. The dream of ordinary unconsciousness then turns into a nightmare. Well, damn. Okay. That to me basically means when we have challenges that come into our life, are we going to bury our head in the sand, or are we going to face it? Well, I mean, let's face it. There are times when you can bury your head in the sand, and you can do that for years, or you can really just sit there and be with it, witness it, allow it to be there for a minute, and allow it to pass right through. It's also very interesting just hearing about no negativity, discord, or violence can enter a field and survive when you're in your presence power, when you're in that lightness power, just as darkness cannot survive in the presence of light. So that's just a little snippet from the power of now. A little reminder to us that challenges can either make us go deeper asleep, disconnect, isolate, depression, or it can wake us up into more beauty, appreciation, and connection. So to everyone listening out there, I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're doing well. By the time you're listening to this, I might already be a mom, which will be pretty wild. If you're not following me on Instagram already, at Gwen Elliott, soon to be, I think, changed to my new last name, Gwen Aussem, I recommend following me there, where I'll be sharing updates. But in the meantime, I just really encourage you to take extremely good care of yourself and, take those steps every day, tiny steps, to live a little more of an awesome life.